For people who are homeless, the difficulty of finding a place to live is compounded with other barriers. That can include not having an ID, no easy access to the internet, and not knowing where or how to get started. Breakthrough is helping people get off the street and secure housing. They credit their 94% retention rate to one thing.
Tell me about your new role.
For Richard Patterson, he knows what people living on the streets are up against.
You finding, clean clothes, clean water, edible food. It's all a struggle.
That's because he's been there. He was homeless for about 6 years.
When you're on the streets, you're in survival mode. And so your typical day-to-day things can seem like an unsurmountable challenge.
But he also knows what it takes to pull himself out of what feels like a hopeless situation.
As scary as it is, it can be done. That I'm living proof.
About 18 months ago, with help from Breakthrough, he was able to get into a home. But the true success of Patterson's story isn't what he's been able to do for himself, but what he's been willing to do for others.
That way you can start learning your lines.
Patterson now works as a certified peer support specialist at Breakthrough, helping people to navigate a system that was once confusing for him, and teaching people how to maintain their home, like properly cleaning a bathroom and washing dishes.
Even though you've been given housing, you still are the same person you were the day before homeless. So you still got to work your way through all that, and to be able to get back on top and, to fit in with the rest of society.
Those at Breakthrough credit peer support with why their retention rate is so high.
Being someone again in the community means all the difference in the world. You become very invisible on the streets and a second-class citizen in many ways. But if you have a place to live, you become more a part of the community.
For Patterson, being a good neighbor doesn't stop at the end of his road. It means caring for his community members, regardless of if they live down the street or on it. Breakthrough launched peer support with its housing program in 2021, and in that first year, 24 people were assisted in securing housing, Patterson helping every single one. Breakthrough offers support in 4 areas aiming to break through the cycle of poverty and mental illness. Those 4 are, they include the Clubhouse program for those living with severe and mental illnesses, and offering support for recovery, their Payee program, and financial counseling, assisting people learning to become more financially secure. Employment Career Services and Food Ministry, and we will have a link to donate or to volunteer online at ksn.com.
So many pieces of this story that stood out. Someone getting help and then paying it forward, working through that program. And I love what the woman in this package said, just about having that sense of, feeling a part of the community by simply having a place to stay. It's crazy and so amazing what something so small to many of us can mean so much to someone else.
Absolutely. I was with a nonprofit over the weekend on Saturday with Cancel, and we highlighted them on Monday, but getting to talk about peer support and what that's doing. And then there were members from other nonprofit organizations there as well. And so this is something that applies to, or can apply to, a lot of different areas in our community.